Hey guys, and welcome back to Cat in the Box. This is the 10th / bonus episode where I actually looked more into the game after getting through with it because I had a great time with it. And just for the record, I'm going to be skipping through a lot of this early stuff for the parts that you guys have seen. For the parts you haven't seen of what I'll be doing, I looked into the game more after I got done with it. And again, I enjoyed it and I was really curious about how it ended and what the other endings were, because I know there was other endings based on choices and things of that nature. So I looked them up, and I gotta say, I enjoyed so much the way it changes the story and the implications it makes, and I guess the added layers to the story and the way it's handled, because it's something that could have been handled really cheesily, but it's something I think they did a great job on, and I think they really show a lot of what you can do with these type of programs and stuff. So it's really neat to see the creativeness that they had. So at this point, we are ready to do the ritual. We are trying to be convinced by the stranger to perform the ritual. It hurts just a little. So they want us to cut our finger off. They say we can cut our finger off, we can do that, and then we can get out. Last time, I thought a little bit more. Now, if you do as the person says, it actually turns out the same way that my previous playthrough did. So we're going to think a little bit more about this. Hey, and at this point, I'll read all new dialogue. Can I ask you something? I was curious. Why didn't you perform the ritual yourself? Now, we've had this dialogue before, but that's the big question is, why didn't the stranger perform this? They make a lie and say they were hurt or injured. It was this point that I was convinced, okay, well, I don't want to miss out on an opportunity, and if I go too far, maybe I do miss the ritual. I'd begun to skeleton key-like believe that maybe this will save me. So we're going to think a little more this time instead of being convinced so easily. I think I'm going to need some more time to think. I understand, but this is important. I mean, yes, it is. It is. Let's see. If I wait, will you finish the ritual? I can't say for sure. I know it's really important, but I still have too many questions. And by the way, I'm not changing the voices for the stranger and like that. I've been pretty inconsistent as far as like an accent in this game. But you'll find that maybe that's slightly appropriate in this time around. This you can do this on your own, right? Yet you didn't, which means you weren't certain, or you don't want to sacrifice your own finger. That's what's bothering me. You know, I'm running out of time here. I really am. But if you're that suspicious, you leave me no choice. Well, I'm not invincible. Back to bag, man. I'm not invincible. I got hurt fighting those things. It was a little hard for me to move. I do like the fact that they actually did get injured, like fighting the monsters. Like the monster is tangible and actually did hurt them. That killer, no, didn't that one die? Yes, I killed them, as you witnessed. I still wonder what was up with the big reveal. Turns out the stranger all along was us. Are you happy now? But yeah, I do wonder what happened to that other stranger that was in the cage that killed us. What is this? What's happening? No, they just said they killed him. Okay, I think that's what it was. Hey, I already asked you once. Are you going to cut it off or not? No, I won't listen to another thing you say until I figure out what's going on. Like I said, I don't have much time left. I have to get out of here. Now, this is like I said earlier. This is why me not changing voices might have been a little appropriate. The whole game, I kept thinking it was a man, like the stranger. Maybe it was just my own assumptions. But it's interesting how not only do you get the surprise of that, like if it had just been a woman in general, it would have surprised me to some degree, just based on a lot of video game tropes. But let alone for it to be us and an alternate version of us, it seems. I've been wandering around here longer than you can imagine. I've killed so many things. Yeah, you can just see like the wear on her face. We shouldn't have set foot in here in the first place. Like how curiosity killed the cat, our stubbornness trapped us here. Do it while I'm asking you nicely. Again, that's pretty intense though, to think like an alternate version of you that has been surviving in this madhouse, this Houdini's magic fucking house, and is prepared to do, has killed things, telling you what to do. I could just kill you and use your dead body. And telling you things like that. Let's see. Now, I'm getting ready for some upcoming things I've had some trouble with as far as recording. I'm going to make sure I get it this time. You're lying. Okay? If you could kill people like it's nothing, then you would have killed me long ago. Fair point. You need someone else. Someone to sacrifice part of their body for you. It's so sad. You're scared to do it. So you intimidate other people into doing it. Pretty intense, though, to think, like, okay, like, maybe they've needed more than one body, like, huh. That's good old me. That's good old me, all right. Okay, let me change the terms. Kindly do as I say, or I'll torture you until you die. It's like, oh, that's really good logic and reasoning, but I have a knife, so fucking do it. That is intense, though, to think, like, alternate version of you telling you, do it or I will torture you until you die. Does this sound better to you? Fair enough. You must be, I kind of like a dejected voice for her. Fair enough. You must be disappointed to see me like this. I get it. I understand. I just lied to you again. I have no choice. If I make you suffer until you do what I say, you'll listen to me, right? It doesn't matter which part you sacrifice. Looks like you need some help making your decision. I'm sure you'd change your mind if you only had one eye. God, that's just right to the eye. And that to me raises the question of, did they sacrifice their eye for this? Have they been through this loop? But what would have started, if they were the first, what would have started another one? Or are they their own that was caught by a different previous one? Like, it kind of hits a little bit of that craziness. Okay, so I've already saved before in file 3, and I fucked this up already, so I'm going to make sure that I get it right this time for you guys. Okay. And X. We're going to battle it up. And X. I kept hitting X on the controller previously, and I kept failing. So, wait. We're strong, man. We got all that chocolate in the bank, like... Give up and tell the truth now. I'm sorry, please. I want to get out. No more. I can't delay any longer. And this is coming from the person who just threatened to gouge out my eyeballs, who does in the alternate ending. In the alternate ending, if you fail that, they gouge out your eye, they leave, and you are left in the most previous room that we had found them in, saying, like, how long has it been, and that your eye is itchy. So you're kind of trapped there. I'm sorry, but... God, that just makes me cringe. I can't do a woman screaming like that, but... I just imagine a brutal, like in Kill Bill when she gets her eye plucked out. Again, like I mentioned the portraits before, like, I really like the portraits. What the... Hang on, hang in there, I'll cut it out. Oh, God. It hurts! It hurts! You just keep screaming, yeah. Wait, hold still. If you keep moving. Hey, are you okay? Try moving. Just move a little bit. Just move, Okay, so. That's brutal, though. Sorry, I'm sorry. What now? Wait a second. She has something. A memo written by someone. Now, this is the same memo that I read at the end of my playthrough. A disturbance in the space-time continuum. Poltergeist randomly appearing. It suddenly locked blank and was locked in. Also, I often see someone else. I don't want to sleep. I'm going crazy. I need to find out a few more things. I don't know what will happen if I attempt it a second time. I can't do it anymore. You need to sacrifice yourself for the ritual. I don't know for sure. Escape, possible only for one. So you need to sacrifice yourself for the ritual. Ritual chant. Cut off pieces of you for the sacrifice and repeat the following. I sacrifice for thee. The person who is being sacrificed must chant the words. It is not possible for others to chant them. When someone leaves, it will be closed. Red spiral lily seems important. The hostile entity seems weak from being stuck in here for a while. So that would be like her. She's weaker at this point because she's been in here. Sometimes they become a monster, I'm afraid. And I believe that was her sprouting the monster thing. Be especially aware of the monster. It seems to have poor eyesight, which is very ironic. Any longer here and I'll change. Oh, okay, yeah, so they just outright say it. I need to get out of here. I need to hurry. Quick, time's up. I don't have any more time for experiments. Thank God. So that I said them to thank gods when we walked in. Because I had to perform the ritual. Now. Okay, I'm looking at her one more time. Is it going to make me do the whole thing again? Oh, yeah, okay. So it's going to make us do all that. But, so yeah, well, we still have to perform the ritual because we're still stuck in here. Sacrifice your finger or sacrifice someone else's. And here's a part where you're probably saying, you know what? That's us. And what if we just sacrifice her? Well, turns out you can do that. We can go over and cut off her finger and we can sacrifice it. Though that leads to a different ending. So I'm going to show you the ones where we sacrifice our own finger, where it must be us that does it. And although that is us, we are us. They is not us. They is they. We is us. We is me. You understand. So we're going to sacrifice our finger. Now, again, I'll explain with the other one what happens in the end of the other one. But for the one I'm going to show you guys, let's cut it for the ritual. I should have just cut off her finger and then still done mine. I can't do it. Boom! Just fucking knock it out. That's awful. But, yeah, in the other one, you actually sacrifice her finger. And a sacrifice for thee, begins to shake. And when you sacrifice the other girl's finger, actually, you know what? I'll leave it a little longer before I finish all the way. I got to kind of keep you guys on the edge. Sacrifice for thee. Let's see. But, so there will be that ending I'll explain, the ending we get, and one other ending to kind of give you guys everything that I've seen from the game. And there's probably others, you know. I'm sure, like, I'm no expert at this or anything. Hell, I watch playthroughs to see what happens instead of playing it out again. But the chalice is empty. The chalice is gone. Let's get out of here. Oh, like her control's weird. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess it's like her being weak from blood loss or something, like, cause like she's like really labored feeling. Okay. Just ride the old elevator. Good thing there's an elevator here because my legs are exhausted. Been running through this whole fucking house and now I'm, bleeding out. I swapped to this finger now. Like, I'm a pinky guy. Like, we lost our pinky. Where right now we're doing that like clutch claw hand. This has to end, right? But one of the other endings, which I think is a joke ending, you can actually escape the house before you really start playing. When you first enter the house, please God, I beg of you. When you first enter the house, you can actually leave the house if you try hard enough, and that's one of the alternate endings. I think it's fun. So we're here. This is where we found the ritual notes prior in the original playthrough. Oh, I'm still controlling her. And that's where we walked through and found ourselves in the storage room, which, guys, we have made it outside the house. I love the somber music. Oh, she's controlling a little faster now. Oh, she can still fight. I can run. I can fight. But as I'm leaving, 1 second. Where am I heading? Okay, yes. Okay, I was making sure I was heading in the right spot. Danger. Beware of cliff. Now, in the other ending, if you sacrifice her finger, you actually still get out of the house the exact same way we just did. You leave the house and she frantically runs away. And then she is seen from above. This is actually a cliffside. I know it's kind of hard to tell here, but this is actually a cliff. And at the bottom of this cliff, her body is found. I believe it's an entity of the house, something along those lines. I'm not quite sure. Looking down from above, where you see the outlines where several other bodies were. So in her frantic escape from getting out of the house, she just ran. She what most people would do. Like, you get out of the front door and there's a path, you run down it. And she accidentally runs off this cliff. And it's kind of hard to tell exactly what happened until you play this one, get this ending where you can go down and actually explore the cliffside. So it even tells you danger cliffs. So that's the other ending. I'm just so curious. I haven't read anything about trying this. Oh, okay. Item, just in case. You know what? Let's just save just in case. This might be kind of a fun moment. I've never seen anyone try to go back in the house. Okay. I never want to see okay, just in case. But yeah, the last ending is you actually keep trying to leave the house, regardless of how many times it tells you no. You keep trying to leave the house, and you'll have a dialogue for a while, and then it'll stop having. Oh yeah, she's getting more tired. But you'll stop having a dialogue eventually. So you just have to keep trying until you might check it 15, 20 times before it says anything, but then it'll tell you something new. You go through it, and it's mainly her trying to convince herself to stay, with you continuously trying to leave. Kind of like, then you hit a point where, kind of like in Resident Evil 2, where if you keep searching the desk, where there's nothing here, there's nothing here, there's nothing here, keep doing that so many times, and she'll freak out actually, and you're able to leave the house, where you enter this area. And you proceed to leave to find your scooter. But at a certain point, how I managed to get through that pretty quickly, she hits a never-ending cycle of the same patterns. And almost like the house doesn't want her to leave, and she gets trapped in the woods. Or at least that's what you can potentially pick up from that, is that, hey, these woods are a lot bigger than they should have been. Even if you take the exact route back, you won't come back. And you kind of become that cat in the box. Is she there? Is she not? Is she trapped? Isn't she? But and going on to the final one, we'll finish up from here, guys. We are leaving the fence, and we are hopping on our scooter, our moped, and we're getting the fuck out of there, as you should, But please answer me. Now, one question I have about the game is, this girl that we see right here in the room with us, that's obviously that's woman's sister. She's the one peering down at you. In the one where you sacrifice the alternate use finger and you fall, she's the specter-looking figure that's looking down on you, and I'm not sure if that's an unused, just a reused asset, or how they do that, but it's her looking down. I believe it's her showing up to find that her sister has died that way. That's, I guess, the best way I can pick it up. But in this version, I guess we've escaped, and our kind of creepy-looking sister is here at the hospital with us. See a preacher outside. I don't know what to do if I were to lose you too. I guess we lost our parents or something. We're just kind of, we're a little roughed up after that. That was pretty bad. It's time for me to go. I'll be back tomorrow. Wow, you're way tanner than us. Like, your sprite is way tanner than you looked like you would be. Oh, who's that dude outside the room? What the fuck is that thing? What is that thing? I hope you get better soon. You know that I love you so much, right? It's like a fucking death out there. She's taking a peek in at us. Sis. Window. The window. And as we escape the house, you kind of find out that the house never escapes you. You know, like, that's a lot to realize, that you killed your, like, you were willing to kill yourself in an alternate reality, in an alternate timeline, with, I don't know, like a paradigm like that. Like, you would be willing to kill yourself, and then you were willing to fight yourself off. You were chased by monsters, you hid, we died a bunch of times. But to experience all that and then have to live with that, especially knowing that no one could understand what you've possibly been through. So, again, I feel like the endings are, you need to see the other endings to get more context to the game, and I think it really does round out the game a lot more, and it makes it more fun. And I love the story. It reminds me a lot of the Cube movies, if you've seen those. Specifically, I believe it's Cube 2, Hypercube. Check that out on whatever streaming platform that you pirate your movies off of. Don't pirate. But yeah, like, it's kind of like that, where it just keeps coming back. Like, another version of you. At what point would you become desensitized to killing yourself because you know there's another one coming, and this is about me? You know, they might be me, but I am me. So, me, Jacoby, me, Bruiser, me. But, so yeah, like, I just knew that I wanted to really show you guys, and I took the game and I put it into my completed games file, and it just kept gnawing at me that I wanted to give you guys what I saw afterwards. So I hope that you guys enjoy this 10th and bonus episode, and that you guys continue to check out more of the videos we have. I won't be doing this on every game I play that has alternate endings, but this was one that I particularly wanted to because of how much it changed the story in such a significant way. So if you guys like it, leave a comment down below, and I might do that for other games as well. But until then, we'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.